guys. We are going to be covering episode 7 of Project Runway, season 21. And we have quite a bit to talk about. But first of all, we have got to say goodbye to Miss Joan. They let talent go over taste. I'm not shocked. I figured they might let Miss Joan go instead of Yu Chen, but I just think it was a horrible choice, especially with Yu Chen still making stuff for Hot Topic and H&M and from TikTok Shop. I don't understand what's going on with Yu Chen, but like I've said before, he's not my favorite designer. I felt like Miss Joan deserved to be there more. I think it was very odd that they would let Yu Chen go instead of Miss Joan. Miss Joan deserved to stay. She has a lot of talent, and I feel like she definitely could have grown from the challenge. And I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't Yu Chen been on the bottom more than Miss Joan? I just thought it was a horrible choice. I feel like really shame on the judges for letting Miss Joan go, because I don't think it was her time to go. And I feel like she definitely would have killed the next challenge. I feel like, I don't know, you look at Miss Joan's level of working, you look at Yu Chen's, and I'm like, I probably would have chose Miss Joan every single time. I would not have been like, oh, let me keep Yu Chen here. She's a great tailor. She has great taste. Yes, she chose black dandyism instead of doing streetwear, but it still was a lot better than whatever the hell Yu Chen made. So it is very sad that Miss Joan went home. It is very unfortunate, but I feel like Miss Joan, you are a very talented, amazing woman. You have such amazing skills, and I really do feel like you are going to go far regardless. I feel like you make amazing clothing for women, and I feel like, if anything, this is definitely going to give you more exposure, and it's going to put you out there even more. So I do hope that you are able to reach more clientele, and I really do hope that your business even grows further. And I also hope that even maybe some celebrities reach out to you to do some amazing work. I really don't believe that this is the end of your story. It might have been the end of your Project Runway story, but it's not the end of your story as a designer. So I feel like she has a lot to give, and I feel like she's super, super talented. So I look forward to seeing what else she does, and I will continue to follow her story. But yeah, Yu Chen, did y'all see what he made this week? Booby horns. I always feel really bad for Iris, and Iris is the plus size model who is on this show. I always feel bad for her because it's like she always is getting outfits that really don't cater to her body, and she's always getting not the best looking outfits. And I get that not everybody knows how to make outfits for women who are more voluptuous, but I feel like that's something that people have to work on for sure, but I do always feel bad for Iris, because I'm always just it sucks that people aren't able to make outfits for women of her shape. And I do feel like it is an issue in the fashion industry for sure. You see it all the time. Even when I was going to school, they didn't actually they showed you how to make outfits for sizes 4, 6, and maybe 8s or whatever, but they weren't there wasn't a huge emphasis on making outfits for plus size women. There just wasn't. So I mean, even if you had a formal education like I did, or even if you're just kind of making stuff, sometimes you do try to go and make outfits for somebody that is slimmer or whatever the case may be, for a number of reasons. But I do think there needs to be more emphasis on the fact that not everybody is built the same, and that you should be able to make clothing for a variety of women. And I do like the fact that Project Runway does have her there, because hopefully it will help broaden different designers design their designs, and knowing how to make outfits for more real women. So I do appreciate that about Project Runway, but I do think that has to be implemented more so in schools also, for sure, because when I went to school, they did not really talk about that like that. We really only made clothing for skinny women, you know, like it wasn't even something that you really even did with men's clothing. Like if you wanted to do men's clothing, yeah, you could, but it wasn't like that was the first thing that you learned about men's fashion. It just wasn't. And you know, I have like a bachelor's degree in fashion design, and then I have a minor in painting. But when I went to school, that's just from my curriculum, that's not what I was taught. But yeah. But yes, Yu Chen made Iris walk down that runway with booby horns, honey. I'm like, what is going on here? I really feel like it probably, one, is not really in Yu Chen's culture. But two, I also do feel like, I mean, because maybe he's just not aware of Western culture. You know, I don't know where he grew up, or I don't know his background or whatever. I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know. But maybe he just doesn't really know much about it. I mean, like, if you're not really into pop culture, you probably would not know anything about country. The only thing that my mother loves country music. Like, my mom, she was born in Ghana, raised in Sierra Leone. But she loved country music. Like, that's kind of like what she grew up on, you know. So I knew a lot about country music from her. I didn't know a lot about country, like, fashion. Like, I knew what the general of it was, but like I didn't really learn about it like that until the Cowboy Carter tour, when I was like, oh my god, wow, Western fashion can really be cool. Like, it can be really innovative. It doesn't have to be like cowboy boots and a hat and fringe and leather. Like, it's not just that. But you know, if you're not up on recent pop culture history, you probably would not have had a clue. So yeah, but I feel like what Yu Chen made was really awful. It was really, really easy to make. It doesn't seem like he really tried. The fabric was awful. The booby horns were awful. I feel like he just threw those on there just so that he can make it say, just so that it would be at least something crazy. Like, okay, I might not know what Western fashion is, but hey, let me throw on these booby horns and kind of look, you know, kind of creative and crazy a little bit. But I don't know what that brother was thinking. But that was not a good choice, and it did not really even give Iris any shape. It just kind of was, it just was on her body. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it just was there. Like, it wasn't any supports. It wasn't any, like, it didn't like complement her shape very well either. And she has a gorgeous, gorgeous shape, but he just did her so wrong in that outfit. I just feel bad for Iris. I really do. But she's a beautiful girl. I just wish somebody would get it right with her. At least one person. But yeah, Yu Chen's outfit, hot mess, honey. Hot mess. But let's talk about VJ. You're all up in the twins' business. All up in their business. Let's see if they can do it together. Let's see if they can, do this challenge without help or whatever. Like, I'm just like, why don't you focus on yourself and that plastic red fringe you're trying to make see? Why don't you focus on that? Because you're trying to make the plastic fringe seem like innovative and cool and like you're taking a risk, but it really just looked a hot mess. Like, yes, you were so worried about not doing what everybody else did by choosing like suede and leather, but your stuff came out like a hot mess. And then they went to try to go to Ethan to talk about how, oh, your outfit is like mine. Ethan's face was priceless. His face was completely priceless. Like, he was looking for his jaw that like dropped on the floor. Like, are you serious? I was not getting that. I feel like VJ was very insecure about their look and was like, based off of their insecurity, I'm going to try to go for the person that I think is probably doing the best to try to make them feel insecure or whatever the case may be. Because I'm feeling insecure by my stuff. Well, instead of you trying to be different and all this other stuff and worried about the twins, maybe just focus on yourself. Like, why don't we do that for a change? Like, every week is about the twins. Like, why don't you focus on your work as a designer? Like, oh my god. But it served them right being in the bottom too. Like, is this show about fashion or is this about trying to, like, yes, I mean, I guess you're not taking out the competition, but you don't want to take out the competition by trying to be like malicious or anything. You want to like do it by showing off your work and how good you are at what you do. You don't want it to be about how, oh, I'm trying to get rid of the twins or whatever every single time. Like, just be great at what you do and you will stand out from the rest, you know? So yeah, but VJ's outfit was awful. I know Law was like, well, VJ knows a woman's body and all this stuff. Like, I guess Law was trying to throw them a bone. But the outfit was a mess. The nude and the black boots also, and then the black hat and the shoulder pads. Like, that was a mess. Like, I dislike Yu-Chen's as much as I dislike VJ. Like, they were both neck and neck to me, honestly. It was really a mess. It was actually a mess, VJ. Like, I really hope I don't see you talking about the twins next week, especially with you being on the bottom. I really hope. But we shall see. But let's go ahead and talk about Belania's look. But Melania's look, you know what I love about her is that she has really found her identity, is she is taking it and running with it. And I love that for her. I absolutely love that for her, you know, because she has found her identity in the show. And now she can just run with that and really make a name for herself and her aesthetic. Like, she has a gift for making a lot of things that would not make sense come together, make sense. Like, she's really good at mix matching, and I really admire somebody that's able to do that. And she also knows how to style very well. Like I said before, her style is something that is very unique and it's very her. Like, you look into a crowd of people and you know that she's uniquely herself. And I think that's important to have. You need to be able to have your own identity as a designer, and you need people to be able to recognize you when they see your work. I think that's very important. So I love what she did. Was her look my favorite look? It's not really like my style per se, but I actually did really love her outfit. I love that she had like this like sheer like button down top that was kind of like, actually it was like this sheer button down dress, and on top of that she had like the jean, like the crop jean jacket, and then she had like the little jean skirt also, which I thought was really nice. I felt like she did a really good job with that one. I really love that outfit. I think it was, I'm trying to remember which twin. I think Jesus won, but I actually really loved Jesus's outfit, and I really loved what he did, because, you know, the whole entire thing with the leather was a mistake, but it really worked out in his favor. And like, when I saw that he had made a mistake, I'm like, oh my god, take that and run with it. Because a lot of times when you're doing like fashion design, like, some of the best things come out of a mistake. For those who don't know, I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, and I had to do a senior collection. My collection was really about modest fashion for Muslim women. And you know, I was first working with like I think I had to remake my senior collection maybe 2 or 3 times, because I had so many ideas and I couldn't narrow them down. But by the time I got to the end of it, I was kind of working with like denim, satin, and like silk and all these different fabrics. And my professor had made a comment to me that nothing was really working out for me except for the denim. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do with denim? Like, I'm not a denim girly. But because, you know, I can't really, like, I really just didn't know what to do with the denim. But, like, it was, like, this really dark denim color that I really wasn't vibing with. So I wanted to bleach it, and I wanted to all be, like, one solid color. But I actually had scrunched up the denim in, like, because I had, like, this little small kitchen sink. I actually scrunched up my denim into the sink with the bleach. And when I took it out, I was like, oh my god, what is this pattern? Like, it had like created like this pattern on my my denim, but it actually was really beautiful. Like, it was kind of like the bleach on the denim had made like this really creative pattern that kind of looked like water or like broken glass. Like, it was so beautiful and it was so unique. And my collection was actually one of the main collections that was shown during SCAD Fashion Week, and it was really beautiful. SCAD had my stuff up in their school, like, on display for months on end. Like, it was really amazing. But yeah, it was a mistake. It came from a mistake. Like, so it was like, when I saw that, it was like I was reliving my own little fashion thing all over back in my head again. I was like, oh my god, like, yes, wrong with that. And then, like, it really worked out for Jesus. No, it worked out. Hold on, I think it really worked out for Jesus. No, hold on, wait. No, was it Antonio? I get the twins mixed up. I think. Let me look back in my notes. Let me go back into my notes, child. But okay. Yes, Jesus won. So yes, Jesus, it really worked out for Jesus, that mistake. So it's like when you make mistakes, go with them in fashion, because sometimes those are the best things. Like sometimes the best stuff comes from spontaneity. And like that's how it worked out for my fashion collection, you know, and I ended up doing my senior collection, doing it all in denim. I used thrifted denim. I used like old jeans that I had gone through thrift stores. I had a sponsor from ISCO, so they gave me like almost like 100 yards of their denim. That was a part of my collection, and I used that as well. That was the denim that I had bleached, and I was sponsored by them also, and it just worked out so beautifully. So it was just like being able to see that. I was like, oh my god, I hope he wins, because it's like mistakes work out. But yeah, it was really nice to see that he won. I know it kind of sucks for Antonio having to lose to your brother, but I think it will work out for him. I really do think. I hope that he at least gets one challenge. But you know, his brother has been in this longer, so he probably, and this is his second time on this show. So I just feel like you just have to work a little bit harder, you know, and don't worry about what your brother's doing. Don't, like I just was telling VJ, don't worry about what people are doing, but focus on yourself as a designer on that show. But I did love, of the two, I actually kind of, like, I love the uniqueness in Jesus's because of the textures, because of the design work, and I actually really love the colors. It all blended so beautifully. I love the coat. I love the mistake that he made. I love how he all made it work. I also love the skirt that he also did, and I loved how he styled it. Yes, that man was still there taping that little piece of weave to that lady's forehead, but it was really nice because this time she had a hat on. It wasn't just a little string. If y'all remember what I'm talking about, y'all know. But I think that Jesus's look was really a vibe. I really loved his look, but I actually was kind of feeling Antonio's look a little bit more though, actually. But I do think that Jesus deserved to win because I really do think that was pretty phenomenal. But I really did love Antonio's look because I think they said they're from New Mexico, so you could really see his heritage all throughout that garment. And I just thought it was unique. Like, yes, it was Western, but it was also kind of new. It was also, I think it kind of paid homage to his heritage as well. So I really actually loved it. I loved the braid work, you know, for those. I actually love the braid work in his skirt. I'm trying to go back to see. Yeah, because I think he had like braiding work along like the belt and then also along the jacket. Like, it's really amazing that they are able to create such phenomenal things in just the day. And I love the fringe. Like, I just love the way he also styled it. It was very beautiful what Antonio did. So don't count yourself out, Antonio. You're very talented, and one of these days you're going to win a challenge. I really believe so. But I think we talked about, oh, Ethan was actually my favorite out of everybody. It really was my favorite when I first saw it. Like, I'm really loving Ethan as a designer. I really am. I thought his outfit was gorgeous. I do see what they mean. But like I was saying, I think it's good that they're working with real models, because even Ethan says usually he used to people with the fake boobs and stuff, so they just stay there. But he's having to adjust to that. So I think it's also helping him be a better designer working with real bodies. But yeah, I do think that if he had used a different lace than what he did, that probably would have been better, because it did just look like black shoelaces, which it did kind of cheapen the look, and there was some type of weird thing going on with the under boob. So I can see where the judges said that, his stuff, you know, he only missed by a few points. But I wonder who would have been at the bottom if Ethan was at the bottom. I wonder. But yeah, I was shocked that Ethan was at the bottom. I was very shocked because I thought his look was fabulous. I loved it. I thought it was sexy. I thought it was a vibe. I was like, yes, give me leg, give me arms. Like, you better work. So I actually really loved Ethan's. Like, that was really nice. That was like 11 out of 10 for me. But yes, in the bottom, VJ or Yuchen, who do y'all think is gonna go home? I am really hoping Yuchen goes home. Like, I want VJ to go home, but I really hope Yuchen goes home. Because VJ is just like so focused on the twins, and it's like kind of annoying to see it every week. I'm just like, why don't you just focus on yourself as a designer? Because like now I'm starting to like at this point, her like their work is being overshadowed, and I'm like looking at them like as somebody that's always starting drama. So I'm just kind of like, okay, like what else are we talking about here? Like, are we going to be talking about the twins? Or are we going to be talking about your work as a designer? Like every single week, I'm hearing them talk about the twins. So yeah, it's just a little irritating, you know. So I really think Yuchen should go home. I'm kind of mad that they sent Miss Joan home instead of Yuchen, and you do this crap, Yuchen. Like the next week, like you do this, and they send Miss Joan home. Really, you should have gone home. Like, and you know that. You know that, Yuchen. I just feel like Yuchen should have gone home last week, and I felt like that was a horrible, horrible mistake on the judges. Like, what were y'all thinking? Like, what were y'all actually thinking? You know, so yeah, Yuchen should have gone home, and VJ should probably go home. They both probably should go home. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Do you guys think that Yuchen should go home, or do you think VJ should go home? And also head over to my post and let me know who was your favorite look of this week. Was it Belania? Was it Antonia? Was it Jesus? Or was it Ethan? Okay? But I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.